For over 100 years, filmmakers relied on in-camera techniques to merge pre-recorded material with on-set photography. And while all of these aspects are clear advantages, there were also drawbacks, most notably in regards to shooting limitations and image fidelity. Due to these challenges, many filmmakers transitioned from using projection techniques to blue and green screen photography, which allows for more camera freedom and higher quality imagery, but comes at the expense of not shooting the full scene on set and leaving the final composite to post-production.
Production used to be the place where we created, and post-production was where we edited and refined what we'd created. But when computer graphics became a filmmaker's tool, it came with a curse. We couldn't just create things digitally fast enough to include them in production, which gave birth to the phrase, "We'll add that in post."
What did it cost?
Everything.
A physical production often focuses on one single shot at a time, working in seconds, minutes, and occasionally hours. Conversely, digital production, or visual effects, might work on thousands of shots at the same time, for days, for months, for even years. Now, the resulting two groups of people have been separated by a calendar, making it even harder to create a consistent vision throughout the filmmaking process.
Film directors like Stanley Kubrick, the Wachowskis, James Cameron, and George Lucas were among the first to embrace what would eventually be known as CG pre-visualization. In 2000, ILM used the first version of Unreal Engine to visualize the Rouge City for Steven Spielberg's film AI. During shooting, they were able to compose blue screen shots of this virtual environment by combining the BBC's camera tracking system with an SG Ionix-powered system called Brainstorm. This was the first use of real-time CGI, a simulcam, merging live action with CG elements on set to aid in framing and lighting during principal photography. But things began to change as game graphics started to look more and more realistic. In 2002, Bob Zemeckis and his team at Sony Pictures Imageworks were early adopters of virtual production techniques, using Kodaira's Filmbox, soon to become Autodesk's Motion Builder, to support a motion capture production, the Polar Express. Following closely behind, in 2005, James Cameron and his Lightstorm Entertainment team built upon this technology to create a directable, interactive scene that resembled a video game. This became the methodology for Avatar. Meanwhile, Jon Favreau and his team were pioneering virtual production techniques leveraging Unity's game engine for the 2016 Jungle Book and then later for The Lion King. This allowed them to use traditional filmmaking techniques like dollies, cranes, and camera heads inside a virtual world, a further integration of filmmaking and gaming tools. These virtual production techniques came into sharp focus in prep for the first season of The Mandalorian, as Jon Favreau assembled teams from ILM, Magnopus, Profile, and Epic Games to further advance the state of the art. With this, game engine technology has become central to bringing creative control back into the hands of filmmakers, and we're only just getting started.